Hello again, and welcome back to my video on the Timberwolf build. Well, as I mentioned last time, that I would probably get some more pictures in, or another video in, on when I got to painting her, and as it is, I'm pretty well done. I'm about as done as I'm going to get. So we'll start with the weapon pods. Gone ahead and gone with the Gauss rifle. At least I believe that's a Gauss. Looks like a Gauss to me. Looks a lot more like a Gauss than it does a laser. So I've weathered them up, taken a couple hits. Now the overall look for this is going to be a mech coming back from campaign. It's going to have gotten some beating, taken some shots, and of course, obviously survived because it walked home. I did magnetize it. They go into the armholes or the shoulder joints very well. With the magnets, they hold them fairly well, and I like the ability to pose them just a little. They're not the most sturdy that way. I probably should have pinned them, but once I put the magnets in and realized that I should have pinned them, well, then I would have had to dig the magnets out, and yeah, that was going to be bad. So this is the left arm, and this here is the right arm. Give me around again. Like I said, I've weathered them. This one's got a bit of scoring on the back, and that'll match up to a shot to the back of the torso. Call it the Derek scar. Long story. Played Mech Warrior for a little bit, and seemed like every time he'd run up behind a mech, all he'd do is he'd unload his medium lasers in the back, and the mech would just turn around and shoot him and he'd blow up. So I felt a little bit of sympathy for him, and we figured we'd commemorate that encounter there. The arms don't show a whole lot of wear. They get swapped out a lot. Bringing to the lower half of the torso. If you can get into this here, we're seeing some rust and wear, chipping. That's kind of what I was after. See the marks from use, oil leaks, oil slobs, just overall weathering. Mech's not pristine. She's not straight out of the shop. I've given it a bit of a wider stance. I like the way the stance looks when it's standing up, and it gives just sort of a braced, ready for impact sort of look. And depending on the position that it takes with the way the torso faces, it either looks like it's more at rest or that it's turning to engage. We have some spots underneath here where we got hydrofluid leakage, or whatever you want to look at it, lubrication leakage. Again, I'm giving it a look that it's seen wear, and it's seen action, and she's coming back from engagement. Then the torso. And we'll start with the back. There's the scar marks that made up with these. So the shot is actually taken at that angle. The hawk-eyed folks of you will see that that's a switch, and yes, that's the switch we talked about before. It's marked up. See some cleaning I need to do. Bullet tracers, wear, and wear on the side, and marks underneath. And then the part that I really put a lot of effort into is the cockpit right there. And yes, that switch is there for, to get my fingers back there, those. So it lights up. I've got this stand right here fairly well lit, so at this angle it doesn't show as much, but it does in live life. When you see with in normal lighting, it's appreciable. It's hidden under. This is basically painted up electrical tape, and once it goes into the hip, which is pinned, once she goes in there, that part of it is hidden. You can't see it. Even when she turns, it's just a little bit of color. You can't really tell. So it doesn't show. So that's the look I was looking for. And this is... I will go ahead and put up a link to... I actually decided to go ahead and start up a modeling blog. I've been wanting to start one for a while. So I finally did what I started with this one. And we'll go forward with some of the other... as I go forward with working these mechs and different builds we can go with. This is the Timberwolf. She's almost done. I still am waiting to get the decals made for Wolves-in-Exile, which is the markings I'm going to be giving her. That, to me, is the unit I prefer and want to mark her as. That is my Timberwolf. Tim Fusco, thank you very much for making this kit, but this was amazing. I had a blast working on this, and I can't wait to see what more you come out with. And I'll put a link, down here to my blog, which will have some pictures and close-ups of this, and then the final pictures once I've got the decals done. So thank you very much for watching, and now to figure out what the next one will be. Thank you all.